Mulberry and banana smoothie from the garden. Yum. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've had some wacky weather again in Melbourne. We had 34.5 Celsius yesterday when we went to the beach. It was an amazing day. I didn't film it because, well, I guess you guys are pretty familiar with beach life at Fruitopia. So check out the temperature today, the day after the beach. It's only 17 degrees. That's half. Ooh, this is so good. It's only half of what it was yesterday. Oh my God, almost choked. So today's video, the aftermath is we got rain. So with a 17-degree cool change, we got rain. It's soaking wet. We got about 15 mils. And look at that, I was watering yesterday, right? See the hose? So yesterday I was watering the garden because everything was really dry, like dry. We only had about 10 millimeters of rain, half an inch, for the whole month of November. And today we got another, well, depends, 10 to 15 mils, depending which side of Melbourne you're at. So I just wanted to do an update now that we had all this gorgeous rain. There's the amount of rain that was caught in a wheelbarrow. Not much, looks like about 3 liters. There's about 3 liters of rainwater there. Yeah, everyone is happy. Ooh, I just noticed the first flower on the cactus, the prickly pear. There it is up there, the yellow one. Beautiful. Nice. We enjoy those now that they started coming. The first ones came last year, which was a real treat. Growing your own cactus fruit other than just dragon fruit, right? Which I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for dragon fruit. And by the way, that cactus there, that one there, the prickly pear, has taken 10 years to fruit. 10 years, man. There's so many fruit trees here in the garden that have taken 10 years to fruit. And this Wirtz avocado, this one took 8 years to fruit from the time I bought it. 8 years. And it's grafted. And now it's like goes berserk, bumper crop every year. So get started ASAP with your fruit garden. Don't wait till you're 50. Well, you can if you want to, but I recommend you don't. Start early as you can. I just wanted to show you the tropicals today as well. The Kohala longan. I've got 3 of these, and as you can see, this is the oldest one. It's growing nicely and possibly, maybe, gonna flower and fruit for us, right? It's split in 2. There's more flowers coming over there on that side, and over there is another one, another Kohala longan. It's doing the same with its flower buds. So we've got one over there and the one over here, 2 trees. This one is 5 years old and the one over there is 3 years old. The star fruit, carambola, is still sleeping, hasn't woken up yet. I've had this guy for 11 years. 11 years and it's never, ever fruited. And so many channels on YouTube say, oh, it's the easiest tree I have. The star fruit is the easiest tree in my garden. The easiest. Yeah, it's easy. Mine's easy too, but it doesn't fruit. Yeah. So I don't know why. Well, I sort of have an idea why. They don't like the wind. And I have it right in the middle of the garden, surrounded by open space. So it's wind, as much wind as it can possibly get is where it is. So that's the only reason I can think of why it's not happy to fruit. It flowers, it grows a new coat every summer. Yeah, so the reason why it's bare is because in my climate here in zone 9B, temperate, or a cool temperate zone, is because it gets its coat in summer, not spring. It's still spring here, guys. It's still spring. It's not summer yet. The calamandan or calamansi, the Filipino favorite, is waking up too with flowers and some fruit. I only got this because of the drinks, to juice it, right? You can also put it in cooking. The Pinkerton avocado is hanging in there. Not doing the best though. It had some flowers and decided not to fruit for us. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It's taking up valuable space, not doing anything. It hasn't done anything for the last 4 years. So I don't know if I'm gonna hold on to it or plant something else here. It's a real pity because it's an 8-year-old grafted avocado tree. I don't know what else to do to it. I've done everything I can. It didn't die. It looked like it was gonna die a couple of years ago, right? But it came back to life. Back to life, but no fruit. I don't know if I should wait another year. I recently planted black sapote that's only been there for a year or less than a year. It's super happy, as you can see, with all the new growth. I decided to put a net, a temporary net around the cherry tree so we can get some cherries, but maybe too late. Some of them have already been nibbled. Yeah, you can see they've already been nibbled. Before I decided to, you can't see through there yet. Well, here you go. Right, see that one's nibbled. But half of them are untouched. Some are nibbled and some are not. Right, all those back there are nibbled. Yeah, so that one's nibbled. See how the birds are nasty? They put their little tattoos on the fruit. My fruit, not their fruit. Yeah. And I did the same here with this one. Right? Just half-assed it. Yeah, chew. Chew off. Why don't you chew off? All right. Our loquats aren't fully ripe yet. They'll be fully ready at the end of the month. There's a lot to go through. Right? There's a lot. The birds are currently eating my neighbor's loquats instead, and his plums. So they're feasting on that. There he is up there, little critter. The wattle bird. He doesn't eat fruit though, he eats nectar. He's a nectar sucker. Yeah, so let's move on. Keep the video as short as I can. What else? That's the pawpaw. I'm going to be removing that and putting something else there. This one's doing great, albeit slow. That's the first one I planted 5 years ago. Hey guys, I'm not in any hurry, and it doesn't really bother me that they're not doing much. Right? I've had some feedback on the American pawpaw. It doesn't faze me at all. I don't care if it takes forever to fruit, because as I said, I've had that experience already. Prickly pear, 10 years. Star fruit, 10 years and still counting. Look at the wind we had today. It blew off this prickly pear pad. Yeah, we had some nasty wind overnight with a cool change. What else? Just thinking what else to show you guys. The jujubes. This is the Shang-Chi Li, which I staked recently because it was falling over. Very leggy. These are very leggy jujubes. Right? So I've had this one for 3 years and it didn't do anything at all until last year when we got one fruit. Whereas the Lee is doing really great. It's 3 meters. It's a bit tall, and that's also leggy. So that's doing really well, the Lee. And over there is the Sherwood, and that's come up also in the last year. That one, right? And that's 1.6 meters, 1.5 meters. Jabuticaba here, large leaf. I've had this one for 3 years. It's coming along nicely. Very easy to grow in Melbourne. But I've had problems with the those two guys down there, the Costada, that one and that one. They just don't want to grow. Perpetually frozen. They do nothing all winter and all summer. Costada, I think that's Costada. Let me just confirm. Yeah, Costada. So I'm not getting anywhere with these two. I don't know why. I've changed the soil, I fertilize them, I water them, I put them in the sun, I put them in the shade. They're not budging. They're not budging. They're the only Jabuticabas I've had issues with, whereas the small leaf, large leaf, and the giant, not a problem. There they are there, 3. I've got 3 of them there. Not a problem. But the Costada, I don't know if it's that they're in pots. In the ground, they seem to do great. No problem. And here's another one that's in a pot, doing great. But it's dry. Look how see how the leaves are drooping? Because we didn't get any rain, guys. We haven't had any rain. And the pot is too small. It needs to be up-potted or put in the ground. That's the, what does it say there? Does that say giant? I can't see. It's another giant. I got a few of the giants. But overall, it's doing great. That's the Yimpei Wampy, which is only today shooting out its first flower buds. So it's good to see it back. It skipped a year last year. So we'll be getting some fruit from the grafted Wampy. Over there I've got a couple of Pitanga tubas. And that one there is flowering. That one always flowers. But no fruit set. You need 2 of these, so I got a second one. That one there. But it looks different to this one, doesn't it? They don't look the same at all. I wonder if I got the right tree. If Daly sent me the right tree or the wrong tree. Let's get closer. Do they look the same to you? Here I also did a bit of pruning today of the dwarf mulberry, which is this one here, right? The one that we feasted on for almost a whole month. Wow, what a tree. Highly recommended. Highly recommended dwarf. So-called dwarf. It's 15 feet tall. What a... They're the bank robbers. The fruit robbers. What a terrible description for a tree that's not dwarfed at all. Yeah, so hang on. Pitanga tuba, right? So the leaves on this are not the same as this. Mind you, this one has only been in the ground for 1 year. And this one I've had for 3 years. So maybe after a couple of years, the leaves change color. See how they're green? And these ones are not. These are not green. So let's just check the label on that. Oh, this one's getting its first flower. I just noticed it now. I think it's a flower, not sure. But let's have a look at the label. Yep, Pitanga tuba. So we're talking about the same tree. Yeah, I guess this just has to catch up with this one. Yeah, and then hopefully they can cross-pollinate, right? That's what we're waiting for. So we get some the first fruit, and as you can see, it does this every year. It's done it like 3 years in a row, constantly flowering, but not giving me anything. So it's a waiting game, guys. It's a waiting game with these little Brazilians. Eugenias. Oh, and I want to show you this one. This one here is a very thirsty tree. The green sapote, Fruitopia. Super duper thirsty. No matter how much I water it, it has that I'm thirsty look. Look, see the leaves? Like I'm gasping. Water me, and water me again, and water me. Anyway, so now it's getting new growth here. And guys, I leave the hose running for like 15 minutes on high before it starts running off into other directions. A lot of, I would say at least 10 gallons of water or more, 15 gallons of water in one watering session. And it still looks thirsty. Wow. How much more? No other tree in the whole garden do I water as much as this one. The green sapote. If I don't water it, it looks dead, like the tree's died. It's got that dead look compared to the white sapote next to it, which is always happy. I've never watered this tree. I've never watered the white sapote. It never needs watering. Incredible. What a superstar. Whereas this green sapote is one of those suki. The only thing that's good about this tree is it takes the cold. The green sapote gets a check mark for being cold tolerant. That's it. That's the only good thing about it. Until I get to taste the fruit. Then it might impress me, right? They say it's very impressive. Well, we're getting closer, guys. It's been 5 years now since I planted this green sapote. Will this be the year? Who knows? So yeah, this is the Subel, which is always fruiting and flowering and picking and eating. This is the top pick. If you want an all year round white sapote, you get the Subel. It's always got fruit on it at every stage. Flowering, fruiting, picking, very vigorous. All the way to the top, it's got fruit up to over 4 meters, and I keep cutting it and butchering and hacking it. Another one of those sadist trees, sadist, that takes pain really well, like the mulberry. It's not a sook at all. Okay, and these dragon fruit, now I've had them here for 3 years, still waiting. No flowers yet in 3 years. Will this be the year? We'll have to wait and see. All right, here's another pawpaw that I planted last year. This one is doing better than the one over there that's 5 years old. What the heck's going on? Although I got this one from Dailies. This is from Dailies, and the other one that I showed you at the beginning is from Bulleen Arts and Garden here in Melbourne, Bag. So 2 different suppliers. Wax Jambu, copped it yesterday from the 34.5 Celsius. As you can see the damage? It needed to be shaded. A shade cloth. Oh, the poor little thing. It needed the shade cloth whilst Kim and I were swimming at the beach. Well, it needs to learn how to toughen up. I'm not going to pamper these trees to the point where I can't have my own life, right? There's the Tamarillo. This one gets shaded by the Hass avocado, right? It gets it's mostly in the shade, whereas this one is mostly in the sun. The wax jambu, and that's what it likes. It's a sun lover. Loves the heat. It can take 40 degrees every day when it's fully established. But right now it's a little baby. A little sook. Jamun or jambulan or java plum. waking up with new growth. Very pretty. I love the new growth on the jamun, and it's got new flowers, flower buds. It dropped last year's flowers. They dried up. Nothing came of them. And where are they? There was more over here somewhere. Ah, here they are. Yeah, so these are the new flowers for 2025. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it's going to stand out a lot more. Yeah, this is last year's dried up. That one there, see? It's all dried up. Nothing came with the flowers from last year. And there was like 50 panicles. But no fruit. Sorry, and this is like 8 years old or 7 years old. And 2.5 meters in height. Okay, let's take a look at the name for people that are not native English speakers. Jambolan. It's got many different names. Okay. Our friend up in northern Victoria, she's got hers fruiting in the Mallee. But it's super hot up there. This is the small leaf jabuticaba, which I've had now for 12 years, right? And it's just a bit taller than the jamun. 2.5, almost 3 meters, close to 3 meters, I would say. Yeah, 3 meters. Again, guys, start, stop with the weather. This here needs consistent 20 Celsius and above to set fruit. 20. So what happened in September is we had 20, and then in September the temperature dropped to 12. So it dropped all the flowers. Aborted is the word. And then in October it got to 20, and then it dropped again to 14. A second abortion. The flowers were aborted in September, the flowers were aborted in October, and now in November, let's see if they get aborted again. Because guys, listen, here in our climate, in spring, the temperatures vary from 10 to 25. And you can't fool around with these tropicals. They want a consistent 25. None of this 25, then I'm back down to 10, and then I'm back to 25. If you do that with me, they say, we're going to abort. And that's why the flowers were aborted in early spring. Sorry, they were aborted. So it keeps flowering. It keeps flowering and aborting. It's been doing it now for 3 months. The whole trunk was full of flowers last month in October, and they're all gone. But they'll be back. There'll be new ones coming. It keeps trying. It doesn't give up. Thanks, mate. All right, this is the lychee. The one that looked like this all winter. Remember? Remember I showed you these leaves? In May, June, July, August, September, October. That's a long time to look like this. But guess what happened now in November? This happened. The leaves have perked up. Wow, nice. And flowers. Guys, it's a constant struggle with these tropicals, because again, the weather here is not, look, see, from this to this, the weather here is not consistent for tropicals. It's inconsistent, and it shows the inconsistency. You can see the inconsistency. That's 10, 15, and this is 20, 25 Celsius. See, I've got both. In the tropics, you won't have this. You'll only have that. You only get this look. You won't get this look. What the heck's this? See? So that's what we're dealing with here in Victoria. Schizophrenic results. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's called waiting 10 years. Yeah, let's wait 10 years instead of 5 years or 3 years. But we'll get there eventually, right, Mr. Lychee? What else? Oh, the lucuma. The lucuma is toast, guys. Goodbye. Bye-bye, lucuma. Please, dailies, don't use Canistel as rootstock. Grrr. That was a waste of $100. Yeah, it needs cold tolerant rootstock, not Canistel. Canistel doesn't work in Victoria. This is the other carambola that's waking up, and there's visible signs of it waking up, unlike the other one, which was still sleeping. See all these young leaves? So this one is visibly waking up a little earlier than the Thai night. The other one was the Thai night. I think it's called Thai night, if I'm not mistaken. This one is the Keri star fruit. Yeah. So this one is 7 years old. Also never fruited. Last week I cut off that mid branch there, the middle branch. So we just have a head. Just this area here, not that one there in the middle. We don't want that one. That's the pink guava, still waking up to new growth. The flowers are coming, but the flowers on the guavas in Melbourne don't open until Christmas. Right? Yeah, we've got to wait till Christmas for the flowers. In a way, it's a good thing because we don't have to deal with fruit fly like they do in the tropics. Their guavas come during summer, not ours. Ours come in winter. In winter time, the guava's ready. There's no fruit fly. This is the Malabar, the Saba nut, and I'm happy to see that it's doing great. This never got any cold protection over winter, and it made it. So that's good to see. If you're in Melbourne, in ground. Oh, by the way, everything I'm showing you is in ground. We don't do pots here, guys, other than growing potatoes. Potatoes are in pots, and my seedling ice cream beans, they're in pots because they're not going to be staying here. They're going to be shipped out, right? So everything is in the ground. Yeah, this is the Malabar. It's doing well. Over here is the recent planting of the cinnamon tree. Let me get closer. And that's doing really great, even without rain. And these guys love rain. Look how great it's doing. This is the Chinese cinnamon, not the true cinnamon from Sri Lanka. Not Ceylon cinnamon, but Chinese or Guangzhou cinnamon. I see that it's had a few bites. Someone's been taking bites out of it. There's always critters. If it's not the weather or the soil or the rain or the drought, it's freaking bugs. Someone's been chomping on my new cinnamon tree. All right, and over there is the yellow mangosteen. It's doing okay-ish, but as you can see, it's getting burnt. That needs protection from the sun, right? But guys, like I said, with the wax jambu, I'm not here to baby. Look what I've done. I've put bananas in place to give it part protection from the sun. That's what all these pots are doing here. They're only here for one reason, for him, for that guy down there. All this trouble I went to, it's for the yellow mangosteen. So whatever happens, happens. There's the bougainvillea there, coming back to its beauty. And over there you can see the fuerte avocado. It's growing really bushy and big now that the ice cream bean tree is gone. Remember the ice cream bean tree was here? Look at the size of the fuerte. It's really bushing out with big fat leaves. Very nice. And that's the Fino de Hete cherry moya there, getting all new leaves as well, and flowers. Yes, I'm really happy to see the avocado. What a difference to the Pinkerton. Huh? Look at the difference with the Pinkerton avocado. The Fuerte. It's a great choice for Melbourne. This is the Gyro. Gyro? Yeah, Gyro Persimmon, which was smashed in half when the ice cream bean tree fell last summer. It fell onto this tree. Fell directly on this tree. And look how it's come back. Wow, nice. Well, half of it has come back. These are pepino, growing on the ground all over. It's like an invasive crop, but I don't mind. If it's going to give me sweet, delicious fruit, then crawl and invade as much as you want, right? We don't mind creepy crawlers if they offer us something. And pepino, guys, is fantastic. Look, the only problem is the fruit fly. I had one last week and there was a fruit fly in it. That's the only catch. That was before I set up the bait stations. Okay, what else can I show you? The bananas are ready here. I've got to pull that one down. As you can see, they're yellow. Where are they? Yeah, they're right in there, yellow. See that? So the bats will be having that for a midnight snack if I don't bring that down. Okay, let me zoom out. That's better. The veggie patch, the Angela mulberry's coming back, even though I butchered it a month ago. It needs to be trimmed again. It looks like I'm going to be very busy with this mulberry. Very busy with the Angela, constantly pruning it to keep it off the tomatoes that need sun, right? These need sun, not shade. But that's all right. I don't know when these come. Usually spring, right, in autumn. And in autumn, the tomatoes are done. They're finished. So we might be getting the autumn crop on that Angela. There's the other bed there. There's this is the Kaffir lime tree, or Kaffir lime, and I've got a bait station there, right? Fruit fly bait station, because these Rocoto chilies are a favorite for the fruit fly. We're talking about the island fruit fly, by the way, not the Queensland fruit fly, guys. Yeah. More veggies here. Oh, the sun's coming out. Oh, gee, I need to change. I need to change clothes again. I've changed clothes twice today. I woke up, it was 26 in the morning, and I was in my jocks, right? I was out here literally in my jocks this morning at 26 Celsius. Then at lunchtime, the temperature dropped to 14. Oh my gosh. Now it's 11. Look. Hang on. Does this say 11? 11 Celsius. What? That's why I'm dressed like a bear, a polar bear. So we went from 26 down to 11. And now it's getting warm again. Back up to 26 in the late afternoon. Yeah, so welcome to Melbourne. I need to pull these down too. They've been hanging up there for, oh my gosh, 10 months. That's a long time for a bunch of bananas to be hanging. I don't know why they're not turning yellow though. Very strange. The Relinia, the Brazilian custard apple, as Dailies calls it. It's getting a lot of new growth for 2025, but I don't see any flowers, or they're too small to see. Maybe they're too small to see. Yeah, too small. Maybe in 2 or 3 weeks in December. it'll start flowering. The sapodilla, wow, this morning's rain made a big difference. It was looking really yellow. See the yellow leaves? They're starting to turn green in a matter of hours. Yeah, guys, rainfall is what these guys need. All I give them is tap water, which is chlorinated, and compost, organic compost. That's the only nutrients I give them. I don't give them anything else. And yellow leaves is what I get in return. I'm doing my best without using commercial crap, right? Commercial products. I'm sure you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see the star apples and abiu? Or leave that for another video? We'll leave that for another video. Okay, they're doing really well. This is the Parfianca pomegranate, which is growing right next to this macadamia. They're touching a bit close for comfort. That's the little Cedar Bay cherry, that little pipsqueak. This is the other green sapote. Gotta be careful I don't step on the pumpkins. I've planted pumpkins throughout the back here, right? Pumpkins, guys. So I've got to be careful where I step when I'm filming, when I'm talking to you. Jabuticaba, another sapodilla, another starfruit. That's starfruit number 3. That's also waking up. You can see that's waking up. That's the Sri Kambangan. Right? They start waking up in November, but they don't get their new coat until January or Christmas. Right? It takes about a month for them to get fully dressed. Right now it's still naked. My tomatoes down there. Put tomatoes down there. Tomatoes. The new papaya from dailies that I got about a week ago, right? Hanging in there. The southern red. The southern red. They still call it, yeah, papaya, okay. So I should have got a couple of more of these just to test them around the back here as a test. But oh well, right? What else have we got? We got a new flower coming. Not flower, a new bunch coming from the what do you call him? Dwarf banana here. Gee, I forgot his name. The green sapote. Elisa said these look like flowers. I don't know. I think they're leaves. Do you guys think these are flowers or leaves? I think they're leaves. Grand Nain. That's the Grand Nain banana back there. Grand Nain. Just came to me. Yeah, so the green sapote. Oh, it's getting all this stuff here too. So maybe they are flowers. Who knows, Elisa? Maybe you're right. We'll see. But we'll wait and see. Interesting that the other green sapote, which is older than this one, doesn't have that. But this younger one does. Strange. Strange. The young one is going to be flowering and the older one is not. That's how it works, guys. Mysterious ways. The flat persimmon, growing really nice with its big fat leaves. Chompu longan, right there. Right? Waking up, especially with today's rain. Wow, what a difference that rain made. We only got 10 mils. By the way, in Brisbane, they've had flooding the last couple of days. You know what flooding means, don't you? 110 millimeters. Come on, guys. 110 millimeters of rain and a consistent flow of 30 degrees every day and 20 at night. Come on. Do you know what that means? It means a lot of things. Yeah. Oh wow, the black sapote is getting a flower here. Oh, cool. Nice. This is the, let's see, Mar. The Mar variety of black sapote. It's never fruited for us. It flowers every year, but doesn't, yeah, and it's growing. As you can see, it's coming along nicely. Back there's the jackfruit, which seems to have come out of winter okay-ish. But man, oh man, this needs rain. Look how dry it looks. Again, 110 millimeters of rain and consistent 30 degrees Celsius every day. Of course your jackfruit's going to do great in Brisbane. Guys, this jackfruit hasn't seen any rain since August. It's me watering it by hand with temperatures down to 5 Celsius all spring at night. Huh? Yeah. So it's got nothing to do with me. It's the temperature. It's the weather. This is Jerusalem artichoke, which is so easy to grow here. It's a weed. Look at it. Look at the difference with this and the jackfruit. Why doesn't this need rainfall? I've never watered this artichoke. It's never been watered in its life. So what's going on? Does anyone know? And there's the yacon in grow bag. I've never watered that either. Interesting. There's another little pumpkin down there. Japanese ginger, myoga. The Beanley mulberry, which needs to be pruned. It's growing up over the lemon. Right? And what else? More yacon. Dwarf apricot. Another black sapote, which lost half its growth. I don't know why. This is the Berniker, but it's doing okay-ish. What else? I think that's it back here, guys. Yeah, there's a couple of new banana blossoms opening. There's one there. Bananas do great here, except for the ladyfinger. I don't know why the ladyfinger doesn't do well. Okay, let's go through here. I like this new mulch I put down. So much easier to deal with. These are plantain bananas. We had one bunch last year, the first bunch ever, after 10 years. Again, there's that magic number. It took 10 years for the plantain to give us fruit in Melbourne. Wow, 10 years. More Jerusalem artichoke. Oh, the latest news on my King Thai mango. Whoa, poor thing. Look, after doing so well in September and October, now in late spring, it decided to kick the bucket. Again, lack of rain. Mangoes need rain. Rain, rain, rain. And look at the loquat next to it. These were planted the same day. Hang on. This loquat and this King Thai mango were planted on the same day in the same location. And look at the difference between the two trees. Now you know why that's a champion and that's a sook. Don't tell me it's the sun. Why didn't the loquat get burnt? Huh? And I watered the mango. I never watered the loquat. I never watered the loquat, but I watered him. I watered him and not him. I fertilized the mango, but not him. I covered the mango when it was over 25 Celsius in spring with a bag, but not him. I did everything for this mango. See, guys? Yeah, these are starfruit seedling waking up. The new Wampy I planted here, the seedling. White Shatut mulberry, number 2, the second one I planted. Ice cream bean, number 2, which I planted. Both of these were planted this year. There's that gyro persimmon again from the other side. There's half the tree I lost. You can see that right there. This used to be a big branch coming out up to here. It's all gone. Half the tree's gone. So we have to wait now for the gyro to do a return. Yeah. The little yellow jabuticaba, he's in full sun. He took yesterday's 34.5 Celsius like a champion, didn't ya? Huh? How come you didn't get burnt? Hey buddy, how come you didn't get burnt yesterday when we were swimming at the beach? And your buddy here got burnt instead. Actually, this wasn't yesterday. This has been in this position for 2 weeks. It turned brown 2 weeks ago, before the 30 plus. So this happened before we got the heat. It happened with temperatures sitting around 20, 22, 23. Unacceptable, King Tai. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Look at that. Look at this beautiful tree. Okay, next. This is the Tahiti black sapote grafted, coming out with new flush. He also got yesterday's 34.5 sun without a problem. Why didn't he need a cover? He didn't need covering. Guys, come on. There's another banana bunch there. There's that Beanley mulberry again from the front. Needs a haircut. Looking like a hippie tree. What's the temperature? 17. In the sun. In the sun it's 17. In the sun it's 17. What is it in the shade? It's still 11. 11 degrees at the end of spring. Wow. Good luck, George. There's another one of those fruit fly traps. Have we caught anyone yet? Anyone? No one. Oh, wait a minute. Someone's floating in there. I see something floating in there. Maybe it's a little gnat. The friendly guys. Those little gnats you have in your kitchen. Yeah. So that's the video, guys. Where are we up to? Does that say 30 or 40? 40, I can't see. I can't see what it says. But I think that's enough for this video from the back. And I'll do a part 2 from the front. Oh, and I didn't show you the other longan, Kohala. Kohala number 3. That's doing really well. Very, very well. Right? Yeah. So all 3 of them are doing good. All 3 are longans. Kohala. Cherry of the Rio Grande is coming back too, with new leaves over there. Can you see him with that yellow ribbon? Another Wampy there, seedling. Did I forget anything, guys? Oh, this is my African Pride custard apple, Anona, waking up. Right, it's tiny. I think I got everything. I think I got it all. I think I got everything, guys. Subel, yep, you saw the Subel. Pitanka tubas, the 2. Yep, I think we got it all. The large leaf jabbo coming into year 4. Hopefully it fruits this year. Yeah, back to where we started. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. And we'll see you from the next one, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the front now and start filming the front. And I'm not doing it in one video because it would be an hour and a half, right? And I know most of you don't want videos more than 30 minutes long. So that's why I'm splitting it in two. See the yellow leaves? These yellow leaves are from the drought that we had for the last 3 months. Until today. Hallelujah for the rain today. Thank you very much. Heat yesterday and rain today. The perfect combination. But we only got 1 hot and 1 rain. Not 30 hots and 30 rains like in the tropics. Right? Consistency is the key. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I'll see you from the next one, guys. Okay, opening the garage door. See you from part 2.